Hello there. I decided to do some analysis on oil ever since the attacks in Saudi Arabia took place. I got a lot of questions about oil, so I did some analysis, as you can see, and it's time to get back to one of those analysis. So not only I do a video about things one time and then leave it. Let's try to get some things into repetition. This is the overall picture on the weekly, so not too much is going on over there. So let's go into the daily chart. I did a bigger time frame analysis in the past. So this is what we're looking at. We are quite in a range. This is what happened when the attacks occurred, and then of course we came back to correct. This was a news-driven event, and we came back to correct. Of course, the question was, what is going to happen from here on out? Well, the first opportunity occurred over here when this trend line had any function. Well, that doesn't have any function anymore, so let's get that off. This was a neckline at the moment. Let's get all the things off. This was actually, I pointed out in the analysis, if this level broke, we would see continuation. It never broke, so we did not see continuation, so staying to the shorter side would have been the best thing indeed. This is the previous low on the daily, where price is now hovering below. So that's what it is. I think we were looking for this as a support and a first potential entry over there. But as of now, we also have this trend line where price is hovering above, and the trend line is kind of broken or violated. It didn't get any momentum to the downside, but it is it's not doing anything at the moment. So I'm going to take that off for now as well. What we do have and what we do see is that this support line where price came in a couple of times is still in place. Also in the past, you can see that this level of what is it, 51 something, is still in place. So let's zoom in a little bit again to the 4-hour chart. I think after this news-driven rally and this correction lower, we are seeing right now I'm going to take this off as well. We're going to see that price is consolidating at the moment. If you put in a trend line, the trend line is broken. This is the last high, so this is kind of the resistance area we are looking at. And now we're in a range, we're in a zone, so nothing is really happening at the moment, unless of course you are a range trader. Then this is exactly the markets you want to be in, and you could have had a couple of trades already. So that's what price is doing at the moment. So to answer your questions, a lot of people ask me those questions on Instagram or maybe in the comments. This is, to me, if price breaks above and it will retest and the test will hold, then and we will see momentum switch, a reversal or a change in the market. That is what we'll see. If that does not happen, of course, then we will see a break lower. Oh, wait a minute. We'll see a break lower. Then we will, of course, and preferably, of course, a retest. Then we have room to the downside. So let's see what happens when we look at this. And if we do, the first thing we will encounter is this level. So there are two options, like always in trading. I prefer, the most favorable would be a move to the upside, would be the most logical move to happen. I would only take this trade if it does break above. Right now we are still bearish because this consolidation is not yet a reversal. And if we do, then of course we have room to this level at least. So you get a nice risk reward, almost 1-4. So this is definitely a trade that could be interesting. Price action tells us that it is not ready yet. So from a swing trading perspective, of course. So that's it for oil at the moment, if you ask me. As an extra to this video, I also take a look at Brent oil. Like it shows, let me switch back to the weekly chart so you know what I'm looking at. Previously, this level of the 57 almost acted as a resistance level, and now for quite some time, price is retesting that, or is struggling above that level. And as of now, it doesn't seem to break yet. So this could be an interesting area to go long, of course. There's not really a confirmed trend in any direction, but as a swing trader, of course, these levels are interesting. So going lower, going to the lower time frames, and to check out how price is behaving, is interesting to see if we can get a switch or a signal that we are in fact turning around, which as a swing trader could be entering a long trade from, let's say, 60 back up to potentially up to 70, but this is quite an interesting risk reward. That's at the end of the day what you're looking for. We see this consolidation. We also see, I don't really often use indicators, but in this case the divergence is very clear. The lows, it's not low, no, not really actually. If this would have been lows, then there would have been divergence. Now it's actually it tells what we see on the chart as well. So I wouldn't use the indicator in this case, so no extra information on that. So this is still in a range. Let's see what happens. It kind of looks like the Brent or I mean the WTI analysis. If it breaks, of course, we would like to see a retest. It doesn't happen always, but let's see what happens. And from here on out, there's potential to the upside. I'm going to switch to the daily chart for a minute. Maybe the weekly chart actually, because I want to show you what the potential is of why we would trade it to the downside. There's quite some room to the downside actually. This is the first level where price would struggle, so that's another, let's say, 6 points in Brent oil. If again the support line does break finally, I would prefer to first see a retest, and if we get that retest, then I would be going short. This is the first level where price will bounce off, and after that there is a huge level over here. So this is not just a level. Be aware of that, because if we get this, then we see that price has been treating this level as resistance. Here it was support, and the next level we will encounter is this level over here. So there is some room to the upside or to the downside, and for those of you who want to get this very clear, this would be the first level. I would guess price would be stalling because of this resistance, support, and this kind of broke, but this was a clear resistance again. So that would be a nice take profit target if you are looking at this from a swing trading perspective. So yes, that's it for now, I think. So keep in mind, Brent oil, we are waiting for confirmation for this to pick a side. This is the range it's moving in. You know, if it doesn't really stick through here or break this level, then there is nothing to be traded. Again, unless if you are a swing trader or something like that, or I mean a range trader, you could look for shorts or long positions at the 58 and then take profit. It's just 1 point. I wouldn't do that. I'm more of the conservative or safe trader kind of guys. So a break above, retest, and then I am long. A break below, preferably retest, and I am short. It's almost the same as we see in crude, WTI, break above, retest, and then we go. This is actually the most, you know, a bounce off of this level would be the first thing I would think about, and if that doesn't happen, then you know, we'll look for more opportunities to the downside. I personally don't prefer to trade to the downside because we had this rally already, so I prefer to take reversals rather than breaks of important support zones, then turning resistance. Not really my style, but you know, a lot of people are trading gold, so I think it's a good thing to do a video about that and help a lot of people out maybe. So this is my view on oil, Brent and WTI. If you have a comment, please comment below. If you have a question, comment below. My book is free for all of you who know by now, so if you want to get that, your free copy, send me a message on Instagram or something like that, and I'll be happy to show you how to unlock it. And well, that's it for now. Have a good day, and make sure you follow your own rules, of course, in terms of risk management, because I can show you this opportunity. If it goes like this and you decide to get in on a retest but things fall back, so at the end of the day it appears to be a fake out, make sure risk management is in place. So yeah, that's it for now. See you in the next one.